Hey guys, it's Sandy. So I'm going to bring you some videos where we are going to cook and save money. So how to eat for less. Now we're going into a new year. Everybody always says, I want to get healthy and I want to save money. Well, if you haven't noticed, the prices at the grocery store are definitely going up and it's costing more to buy our groceries. Well, I wanted to do some series, some videos, I guess I should say, about how you can still eat healthy and feed your family and not break the bank. So these are going to be 5 dinners that are between $20 and $25 for the whole week is how much it's going to cost you. You may be doing this for different reasons or watch this video for different reasons. Maybe you really do need to be saving money because you don't have much money in the bank, or maybe you're on a fixed income or a fixed budget, and with prices going up, it's getting harder and harder to feed yourself and your family good food. So, or maybe you just have no inspiration of what to make for dinner for the week, and these will give you some inspiring ideas. So anyway, I'm going to do these videos. This week it's $20 and we're gonna have a roasted chicken with all the sides. We're having a pot of soup beans one night. We are having tuna noodle casserole one night, grilled cheese and mandarin oranges one night, and then we're making chicken and refried bean quesadillas and cheese quesadillas one night. So that's my thoughts for this week. Come along with me and I'll show you how we're going to do this and how to save money at the grocery store.
So here are the groceries that I bought for the 5 dinners that we need this week. Now, the most important thing is to go to the store with a plan. Otherwise, you're just picking up stuff and it's costing you money. You don't even know what you're going to use the food for to make dinners. So I did buy a whole chicken. I did get that because chicken was on sale for 97 cents a pound this week for a whole chicken. So I'm going to use that in a couple different ways. I'm going to use the beans in a couple different ways. Always adding vegetables to our stuff. I will tell you, I did buy an entire bag of potatoes, an entire bag of oranges, mandarin oranges, and an entire bag of onions because it is less expensive to buy it in bulk that way. And then I'm just taking out what I actually need to use for the week. And then I will have those things for the next couple weeks to use also. But if you are on a really tight budget and you can't buy the whole bag of everything, then buy them individually. Now, I did forget to lay out the bread and the mandarin oranges in that haul that you just saw, so I just showing you that I did buy these also. And this is just showing you a price breakdown of each item.
Okay, so for my favorite chicken recipe, I already washed the chicken. Now I'm just taking the celery and stuffing it down into the cavity. Actually, I'm going to take some salt first. Salt down into the cavity of there. Take some onion powder. Get it all down inside of there. Liberally put it in, and then I'm going to stuff the celery down in here. Put in a couple pats of butter down in there. Okay, and now just going to put onion powder all over the rest of the chicken. You can either put your chicken in the crock pot, you could put it in the Instant Pot. My favorite way is in the oven. Just salt it real liberally. I'll do the pepper in a minute after I wash this hand. And then I'm gonna just take some butter and just get right under the skin also. And just stick some of this right underneath the skin. And if you do not have some of these silicone baking mats in your kitchen, you need to get some. They are the best things ever. Look, I'll just stick that down in there and then I'll pull this out and I won't even have to wash my pan. My pan will be clean when I'm done. I'm gonna stick it in the oven about 1 hour and 40 minutes at 350 degrees.
And then the chicken is done. Look how golden and crispy it is. And you can see that all of the juices stayed down inside of this silicone baking mat, which I'll link those below. They're wonderful. While the chicken was cooking, I put baked potatoes into the Instant Pot. They actually make the best baked potatoes around, just like oven baked. And then when all of that was done, we had our dinner. Now, if you have sour cream, you can put sour cream on there. That's the way I like my potatoes. Butter, salt, pepper, sour cream. And then if you have any barbecue sauce, you can put it onto your chicken. So you do you. And then never throw away your bones because you want to use that to make broth. So I just put it in a pot, covered it all with water, put in an onion and let it simmer to make broth. And this is how I freeze it flat. Dinner for night number 2 is tuna noodle casserole. I just used the Campbell's tuna noodle casserole recipe right off of the internet. So add your can of cream of mushroom soup and then add 2 cans of tuna. This is the tuna that I like to buy at Aldi. It is wild caught. Even though there are cheaper versions, I want the wild caught kind. So add your tuna, and then all you're going to add is your spices. Onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. Add in your milk. It calls for 1/2 cup of milk. I did have to add a little bit extra because once I put the noodles in, it got a little bit dry and you don't want it to be dry. So add milk as needed. Add in your cooked pasta. Yes, you have to cook it ahead of time. And then all you do is add in your peas and mix it all together. I did add some cheese. I took 1/2 block of the cheese that I had bought, grated it up, and I put 1/2 of it into the mixture, and then I sprinkled the rest on the top. If you have anything like French fried onions or potato chips, you can put it on top just for a crunchy top. Put a lid on it, put it in the oven, bake it, and it comes out perfect and cheesy and creamy and delicious.
So I took the full 2 pounds of beans and put it into a pot, covered it all with water. This has soaked overnight, just helps pull some of the gases out of the beans. You can see some of the beans floating to the top that are ones I need to get out of there. So now I'm just going to drain and rinse these beans, and then we'll be able to cook them. So I had to switch my pots and put it into my Dutch oven because I needed this to be a little bit deeper. But I did boil, even though I soaked the beans overnight, I did boil them for 10 minutes and then poured off all the foam just to get more of the gases out of them. So now they're actually ready to cook and season. So what I have done so far is I took 2 cups of water that I had put in here out, and I put in 2 cups of the chicken broth that I made. Looks like I can add some more water back in though. I put in salt, I put in pepper, and I'm getting ready to put in the onions. I diced up the entire onion. I'm going to use 1/2 of it right now in the soup, and I'm going to save the other 1/2 to make the refried beans that we're going to use this for. We're going to make refried beans out of these later in the week to put onto quesadillas whenever we make our chicken and bean quesadillas and cheese quesadillas. Okay, 1/2 of that onion is in there, so to stir it up. Onion gives lots of flavor to any dishes. If you don't like onion, leave it out, but you don't even taste onion whenever it's in soup beans. Just gives more flavor to it.
And then along with the soup beans, I'm making some fried potatoes. So I'm just heating up the iron skillet so that it's nice and hot, and then dinner will be served. I personally like ketchup with my fried potatoes. Dinner number 4 does not get any easier. We took that cheese and our bread and made grilled cheese sandwiches and mandarin oranges, and we had plenty of bread and cheese, so could have as many sandwiches as anybody wanted. Dinner number 5 are quesadillas. So I took salt, cumin, garlic powder. I also took some chili powder, put it into the onions that I already had diced up, and just got those flavors going. Then I added 3 cups of the soup beans that I rinsed off first. Now I'm adding in 1/2 cup of water and just going to let all of these flavors simmer together. Once more of the water has evaporated, you just take a potato masher or a fork and then just mash up the beans. And you probably have to add more water. I had to add more water to get the consistency that I like, otherwise it gets dry. Take another skillet, add just a little bit of oil on the bottom, just so it browns the tortilla, and then take your refried beans and put those onto the bottom of the tortilla. Take that chicken that you had left over and just shred it onto the top, and then as much cheese as you want. Now I do the refried beans on the bottom and then cheese on the top. That way it sticks to both sides of the tortilla shell.
Here is our cooked quesadilla. You could serve it with salsa if you have it, or you could serve it with sour cream, cilantro if you have it. And if you don't worry about it. It's fine just the way it is. It'll taste great. And look at that. It's cheesy and it's meaty and it will taste delicious.
Okay, that's all I have for now. I'll make some more videos like this very soon. $20 dinners. And until next time, I'm out.